everybody, and welcome on tonight.
Can't hear me.
If you ever
Hello.
get this guy play, brilliant. This is Nino, and he'll be on after this. We'll have a chat in a minute. In the meantime, listen to Nino on here.
If you got a loving and you don't know where to put it, you never in your brain and you don't know who might want it. If you need somebody to hold on to, you don't know who would be. Just put me up and lay on me. Well, I'll be up and lay on me. I swear I won't regret it. I'll love you so many ways, baby, you won't ever forget it. If you got that feeling and you don't know what to do, and you need somebody that you can cuddle up to, you can never tell, I just might be the very thing you need. Just put me up and lay it on me. If your loving arms ain't got nobody to hold, and your sweet, sweet lips are feeling oh so cold, you don't have to look on the time, baby, I'll be easy to find. Just put me up and lay it on me. Just put me up, yeah, lay it on me.
There you go, and that was Nino. And I tell you what, let's go and speak to him right now.
Hello, hello. How are you, Steve?
Hey, how are you? You all right?
I'm fine, Steve. Thank you very much for having me on your show again.
That's okay. I hope you're. How are things with you? Okay.
Things have been okay, no problem. Real quickly, I wanted to take this opportunity. I always, every time I talk to you, I tell you about my fans and friends in Brazil. Uh, I want to take this moment right now to say hello to them, if that's okay. Um, Quero dizer olá, Brasil, que sempre me apoiou. Olá, Brasil. Muito obrigado por assistir. Eu te amo, Brasil. Eu vou falar sobre minha arte e música. Grande abraço para você, Brasil.
Well,
Got that out of the way.
there you go. So, What have you been up to lately then?
Well, it's been pretty busy since the last time that I spoke with you. Uh, I did a art event. I was a guest artist at the Latinx Comics Chicago event. It was by Black and Brown Comics Arts Festival, and that was at the Chicago History Museum. And I was a guest artist there with my son. I was invited by Bobby Hernandez. Um, so I got to let everybody know. Uh, eu era artista em evento de quadrinhos, também meu filho. And my latest political editorial cartoon for the newspaper came out just recently. So minha obra de arte de jornal também foi publicada recentemente. So I have to translate for my Brazilian friends and fans out there.
Yeah, yeah. And Have you ever done anything with Jack lately, Jack Estrada?
Oh, with Jake Estrada, yes. I've been in contact with him because his movie Bocas was in some kind of film festival or something, and so he gets in touch with me and he lets me know what's going on because I was in that movie, and plus I'm also an artist in his stable of artists for Space Coast Comics. Um, he told me he was going to be on, and I jumped on at the last minute and saw your last interview with him.
Yeah, yeah. He's a very, very great guy. You know.
Nice guy, I like him. Really
Yeah,
tall too. You know.
yeah, yeah. Let's have a look at some people coming through and saying hi to you already.
Oh, oh, okay. That's bonjour. I think that's coming from France. What's up? I think this is. I think that's Muriel. I'm not sure. It could be someone else. LC Funk. What's up? Nothing's up.
Nothing's up. That's it. And also, what I'd like to ask you about is actually your cartoons. How you getting on with all the cartoons? You've been doing some of that too, ain't you?
Well, yes, I was. I was. Like I said, I was in that art event, and I was selling my artwork and my books, and I had my latest political editorial cartoon published. You know, the editor of the newspaper always sends me his ideas of what he wants me to draw because I'm not the one who writes the editorial. I just take the instructions from the editor. As far as the cartoons, I'm still drawing because I have some projects that I have to do with Jake Estrada because he's my publisher also. Besides being an actor and a director and all these different hats that he wears, I also have to get these art projects done for him. So I've been doing a little bit of everything, Steve.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, I want to play another song of yours, and this is "The King Is Gone."
Okay.
I was barely 6 years old when I first heard him sing, and somehow I knew from that moment on that it would be a lifetime thing. And I'd stand in front of a mirror day and night, and I'd listen to every one of his records, and I'd repeat every word and every note till I finally got it right. And I was determined that I'd wait for the day that I could stand and sing in front of an audience, and maybe someone would come up to me and say, you know, you sound just like Elvis. There was a man who gave the world his song, and the world stood still to hear him sing. A simple man who took his faith alone, while still all the world proclaimed him king. Now the king is gone. Oh, what a reign, and the crown on his head will remain. From working man to royalty to everlasting fame, the king is gone. Yeah, the king is gone. Long live his name. There was a man who tasted sweet success, but still gave his hand to help a friend. A loving man who shared his happiness. Now the king is gone, but there was a man. Now the king is gone. Oh, what a reign, and the crown on his head. Oh, will remain. From a working man to royalty to everlasting fame. The king is gone. Yeah, the king is gone. Long live his name. Yeah, the king is gone. Oh, the king is gone. Long live his name. Goodbye, Elvis. We'll miss you.
Lovely song, brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What was the
Uh,
idea for that song? That sorry, I just
well,
got to wipe my tears away for a minute.
well, I always liked that song. That song came out in 1979.
Yeah,
Uh, well, 97. No, it came out not 1979. I'm sorry. It came out right after Elvis's death. and everyone was coming out with a record, I guess, in tribute of Elvis, and that was by Mr. Roddy McDowell, not to be confused with the actor Ronnie McDowell, and it was on Scorpion Records. So I always remember that, and I took a trip to Memphis, and I was in a gift shop, and I found it. I found the record for $2. It was a 45, and it was in mint condition. I couldn't believe that it was there for $2, and I bought it. So when I got back home to Chicago, I just out of curiosity, I looked online to see if the backtracks were online, and they had it. They had the backtrack, so
Mm.
it was getting close to Elvis week. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and record it myself, and that's why I made that video.
That was a lovely one. That is a lovely one.
Thank you
And
very much.
how long have you known Jake for then?
Me and Jake, we go back. It's got to be about 20 years. We met online when I was having an argument with some know-it-all online, and Jake just happened to be in the chat. And after that, I left the chat, and I was totally disgusted with this guy who he was a know-it-all. Even though he knew he was wrong, he still wanted to be right. But after that, he contacted me. Jake contacted me, and we just started contacting each other through chats, and we got to know each other a little better. And then we met in New York, and then after that, the rest is history.
Yeah, see, the trouble is, so see, what you don't realise with me is this that I've got somebody who wants to have a chat with you, by the way.
Okay. Oh my
Hello?
gosh,
What's up,
There he
bro? How you doing?
it's the living legend.
And see, the trouble is, so see, you never know what's going to happen on here because me and Jake were talking earlier, and I said about trying to get him on, and
That
he said,
that guy right there, he's my good friend. He's my brother from another mother. He's my publisher. We know our families know each other. He's my director. So I give you a high five.
"Look,
All
look,
right.
I got him on because one, I wanted to surprise you with him, but also I think he's a top bloke, and every time I've interviewed him, he's been a top guy, and
He's
I'm
a gentleman.
skeptical of him too. But you've got a good kind of like friendship. How, with your kind of what you do and everything, how do you keep your friendship so kind of like on even keel? If he's your like if he looks after you like your publisher, don't you kind of like sometimes have kind of tips and saying, doing it that way or doing it this way? Or do you just let it go?
No, I've never had any problem with Jake. No disagreements. I'm pretty mellow when he says he would like this or that done. No problem. Uh, I think it's because we live so far apart. We're I'm in the north of the United States, and he's down at the south of the United States, and we don't really see each other face to face. Maybe once in a while, maybe every year or two, and I've never had any problems with him. And if he were to say something that I didn't like, I would just tell him, hey, you know what, I disagree with this, or I don't like this at all, or whatever. And you got to communicate. If you don't communicate, then everything breaks down.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true. And that's true. That really is true. And that's the thing about Nino and me. If he tells me something, I listen to him, and then I tell him what I feel. And we're real though. That's the thing about it. Me and him, we are real with one another. I
yeah,
respect what he
yeah,
says.
yeah.
He respects what I say. Even if we don't agree, we go, okay, all right, and we go our ways. That's how we've worked, me and him, for years.
Yeah, we're the real deal. That when you hear that word, that phrase, the real deal, me and Jake, we're the real deal. This guy right here, all 6'9" of him, or he's 6'9" or 7, I can't remember.
6'9", man.
6'9". I'm lucky. I had arched doorways at home when he came to visit.
I know I didn't have to bend.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But the trouble is, you'll see, you two really get on together, and you're so close. Some people they're not, and the other person's like, all they into it was kind of like to make a bit book and everything. But it's just kind of like it's not like not that sort of relationship. It's like you're just friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're just friends. We get along good. We understand each other because we're both city guys.
Yeah.
Uh, I've lived my whole life in Chicago, and he lived. Where'd you live in New Jersey and Philadelphia? And these
Yeah,
are
yeah. I was born in Philly, and I lived in Philly till I was in my teens, and then after that, I lived another part in New Jersey, which was just as bad. It was just dirty, filthy ghetto, Until I moved to Florida, and now I'm watching palm trees.
yeah. He was sipping on a coconut, looking
Yeah,
at a palm tree. But we understand each other. I mean, even when I'm not going to name names, but when someone else came from we had a problem with someone who came into town, came into Jake's territory, and he was from the city too, and he was just bullying everybody in that little town until he ran into me and Jake. And
Mm.
he's not in that little town anymore.
now he's gone. Became a
That's the trouble
ghost.
is that's the trouble though, isn't it? About bullies. We kind of like this is one of the big things that we have on here. You know, there are people out there who just want to bully people, and it's so horrible. And I'm glad that you ran that person out of town.
Well, the bullies they keep doing it until they run into the wrong person because bullies are actually just cowards.
They are.
And Jake will tell you he's done a lot of anti-bullying things because he's also a school teacher, and being a school teacher, he also gets bullied sometimes from parents. Don't
Yeah.
understand his.
They call up, they write emails. We're gonna kill you until they see me. No, oh no, never mind.
Yeah, they change their tune real quick.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Nino, what about what I want to ask is this: that the song you just sang just now was
Yes,
really good, really really good song.
thank
And
you.
with your comics and what you do and everything, have you ever kind of like put it into songs, so like with a comic?
Uh, no, I haven't. I haven't done anything like that. I was gonna. I was gonna suggest to you, Jake, that I mean, I'm getting a pretty big following. It's starting to grow little by little. I was going to ask Jake, why don't we just do it? Because my stage persona is Nino Mafia.
Nino
So
Mafia.
so I was going to suggest to Jake, why don't we make like a one shot Nino Mafia book, limited run, and offer it to like the fans, because I've got
Let's
fans,
do
you
it.
know. And this is how we come up with ideas. Me and Jake. I'll say something. If he likes it, he'll just say, "Let's do it." Or he's like, okay, we'll think about it or whatever. And we don't have any kind of professional skills. Like I'm not a writer, so I make up all the drawings, and then I'll just after I'm done, I'll make up all the words, whatever he's gonna say.
He does it. He
And
does it the Jack Kirby way.
yeah, Jack Kirby, the creator of the Marvel Universe, along with Steve Ditko, and uh, that's our style. We call it the Scrum style because
Scrum.
it's a crummy kind of way to make comics, but we do it.
And it works.
It works. We got a lot of stuff out there, and I sold a bunch of Space Coast comics at the Chicago History Museum over the weekend. My son's now an artist too for Space Coast Comics. He's working on something. I think he said he had a drawing for you, Jake, or something, a
I
vocalist
can't wait.
thing.
I can't wait to see it.
Or maybe we can get a Steve Beer book going out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome
You
too.
could be the star of your own comic book.
Well, actually, I've got a book coming out in December.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's coming out, and it's what's it more than life than this, I think, and it's on Amazon at this moment in time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's on Amazon at the moment, and yeah, it's getting a lot of people pre-ordered it, so it's doing well. Um, but in the meantime, have you ever thought, of doing a film actually with Jake?
Well, we have. I've done cameos in his movies. I was a evil
No, no.
taco restaurant owner.
I know that, but what I mean is like,
Oh, you mean like starring with him, co-starring?
yeah, yeah, and doing like a kind of like what you call about your life because you got an interesting life, both of you. And I thought
Well,
if you make it like a true film type thing.
Well, that would be nice, but I'm not the filmmaker. Jake is the filmmaker. So
We can
if
do
you
it.
if you plant the seed in his head, then he's going to let it grow.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and
It's there now.
yeah,
Oh
so
yeah, I think
it's just a matter of getting together, because like I said, we don't live like next door to each other. We meet each other maybe once a year, or we might run into each other at a show, and probably that will probably be the only opportunity that we can like do a quick scene and just save
Well,
it.
well, you never know when we're going to become millionaires. When the millions come pouring in, that's where we're going to really plan. That's what I always tell people, man. If I get my first million, the world don't see what's going to come next, man. So
The
you never
world,
know.
yeah, the world is our oyster,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. The world is mine.
well done, well done. If you're making 1 million, good luck to you, and wish you all the best for that one. And what I ask you, Jake, is this: that does when Nino comes to you for ideas, and do you ever say, "Oh no, sorry, but I don't think that will work," or are you like a pleasing person? You say, "Oh yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it."
So Nino has no bad idea. That's number one. When Nino tells me something, it's like boom. So most of the time, when he tells me something, I'm like, you know what? That's a brilliant idea. Why don't we just do it? And we just go and do it because most of the time, his ideas are original ideas or they're on the same page. What I'm thinking, I'm thinking about something, and next, he tells me something. I'm like, I was just thinking that myself. Let's go do that. It's like there's a special kind of synergy him and I have together that it goes beyond words. And
Yeah,
that's what
we think outside the box. Jake had an artist. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what he's doing. He had the motorist, so it was
yeah,
Jake's character, Bocus, and the motorist. And this artist, he also had some superpowered peanut characters,
yeah.
and anything you can think of anything. Nothing's really a bad idea. And if it is, they talk it over and say, well, I don't like that, or let's change this up a little bit, or whatever. There's got to be communication. Without communication, everything breaks down. And Jake
That's
knows that.
true.
I know that. You can't have one partner saying, you're wrong, and we're going to do it this way, and be insisting, because then you'll be like a dictator. You've got to listen to people. I listen to Jake. Jake tells me he's going to do this and that, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. And then when he starts doing it, he'll show me samples of whatever he's doing.
That's like
Uh,
Nino before he was being published by Space Coast Comics. When I met him, he was being published by I don't want to mention the other studio, but he was working with the other studio, and the guy would just basically shaft him. The Unbelievable Laundry Detergent Man was their best-selling book, and the guy would keep pushing the title to the side. And when Nino would make a suggestion, the guy would shut him down. And where's the guy now? Nowhere.
it's nowhere to be found. That
Yeah.
was a terrible working condition. I mean, like Jake said, it's not like I'm bragging, but I was the star of the label
Yeah.
with the sales, the characters, the sales. People would go to the shows and they'd look for me or my book, and I was just getting stepped on. I was
Yeah,
mistreated.
yeah.
But
I
not with
think
Jake. Not with Jake.
no, no. But the trouble is, you'll see, me and my wife as agents. We call them agents here in the UK. And I tell you what, we've been shafted, and we know what it's like. It's horrible. And but I think now you've got a working relationship with Jake, and I think with that, I think you can do anything together. There's a
Yeah, we
lot,
do everything.
and
We even went to the zoo together.
Yeah.
yeah,
Went to the zoo and scared the animals.
The gorillas were running away.
The
but
people were running. They're like,
Oh yeah.
the trouble is, I'm going to put you on the spot now because this is what I usually do to some people. Is Jake? What do you like about Nino?
What I love about Nino, I love his brain, man, his personality, man. That's what I love about the man.
got a sexy brain.
He does.
And Jake, and what do you think about Jake?
I think he's a very tall guy. Um, I walk in front of him on a hot day, sunny day, so I can get the permanent shadow, the shade. Although Jake is okay. I never had I mean, it's the first time I met him, which wasn't even in person. I met him online, and he was a what I call he was just a straight guy. He was okay. We were. I forgot. I always forget what website we were on, but I got an argument with this
Michael
know-it-all guy,
Netzer.
Michael
Michael Netzer.
Netzer, right? And everyone on that forum was scared to speak up, uh, except Jake. Jake defended me, and I didn't even know Jake. You know, and Jake could tell you. I come on your show, Steve, and I'm a mellow fellow. I'm a nice guy and everything, but Jake knows the other side of me because I'm like a firecracker.
Mm,
I'm not. A firecracker isn't dangerous until you light it up, and
Yep.
so and it'll pop. So
mm,
if you get, it's like the Incredible Hulk show. Don't make me angry.
You
You
won't
know.
like me when I'm angry.
mm. I think we all got that side of things, didn't we? My wife takes me ages. My wife only got to say, behave yourself, and I will do it. But someone's got to kind of like take me to a boiling point, then that's it. Then I'm off. But
Yeah.
you know, but the trouble is, I'm not that sort of guy. I kind of like, I love doing this. I met a lot of people over it. I've met a lot of people too. But I like to kind of like help people and get their stuff out there. What I've been doing to you and doing to Jake, and I love you two being on here. But
Well, appreciate it, Steve. I
I
mean,
appreciate it.
you are, believe it or not, you're helping us on another step of what we're doing because I remember you were asking me if for guests, and I told Jake about you, and I said it's a really good show.
mm,
It's a really good show because
It-
besides people watching, you've also got your they're listening to you on the what is that, the radio, or
yeah, I got a
you have it
radio too. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. So you really helped us out a lot.
You
After
have.
Jake went on your last interview, he told me his numbers just exploded.
They
Is it?
did. They did.
Well, thank you very much for that. Yeah, really good. Um, what what? So when you two get together, when you can get together, what are you like together? Are you are you know, are you a pen in the backside or are you
No, no, we're
both mellow?
We're
I'd like to say,
talking. We're
yeah,
planning. We're having a
yeah.
good time.
I like to say we are like just two brothers or two very good friends. We do uh we do the business end where we talk about business and everything. But besides that, we do other things. Like I said, we went to the zoo. We went to eat hot dogs. We were joking around in his car, and he came to my house, and we were just
Don't get in
normal,
because you were
normal people.
small.
Normal people. We were just talking and joking, and our kids were playing together, and
It's like the time Nino came to my house, right? Down here in Florida, and he played guitar for my kids. My kids still talk about that to this day. When is Nino coming back to play for us in person?
yeah, I was their court jester. I was entertaining them. Yeah. Hey, some guy came out of nowhere and just stayed at our house playing guitar concerts for us.
You know what? Do you know what, Nino? What I found about you is that your kind of like audience, your fans are getting more and more and more. What does that? What do you say about that? And what?
I
And
don't
if
I
you,
don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, every time I look, it's a little bit more. It's not an avalanche or a tidal wave all at once. It's a gradual thing that's snowballing. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and now, like you've seen, I've had to practice a totally different language because for some reason I'm like huge in Brazil. I don't understand it, uh, and I have to learn. I'm glad I was big in Brazil and not in China, or else I have to learn Chinese, and that's not easy. It's hard enough to speak Portuguese. Uh, but I try. I can't
yeah,
explain it, Steve.
yeah. And Jake, have you got anything planned more about doing any more films and stuff?
Yeah. So October 15th is the world premiere, at least on the one screen, for Zoomed. It has Nino. Nino stars in that film as well, and that's coming out October 15th. And then just this past week, Bocas played to a packed theater in a film festival, and people busted out laughing at Nino's tacos. Even in the apocalypse, you need tacos.
It's the apocalypse, and I'm still selling tacos.
Yeah,
full price. Full price.
I mean, and people came up and they said they loved it. It was great. They loved they loved everything about it. So I'm constantly working on that. Me and Nino and Nino Jr. are working on Space Coast Comics SECX2, Bocas 2 comic book. So constantly working, constantly doing a lot of different stuff. Plus my day job, and then my job as a father and as a as a husband, all that stuff. It's constantly, you got to keep balancing it out. So
and Jake keeps going. I have to hand it to Jake because he keeps going. Jake's whole house flew away.
Yeah,
and he kept going. He kept working. I mean, if my house flew away, I don't know. I'd probably be wandering the streets in the days or something.
It's just a house, man. It's just a house.
How did it fly away?
Hurricane. Yeah.
Even a hurricane.
That reminds me of Wizard of Oz, when they were on the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, right.
Basically, that's what I felt like. I just didn't have no Toto.
That's what happens, I remember. Oh, and he also had a show, a comic book show that was planned, but it had to be canceled because the hurricane came.
Yeah. That was the week. That was the week. The Comic Con. I had to cancel my Comic Con. I had to cancel my guest. House flew away. Lost all kind of stuff.
Nothing stops Jake Estrada.
You should have told me, Jake, because if your house is going to flow away, I would have stuck my ex-wife in that.
Oh.
Bye, wife.
Yeah, bye. But no, sorry. I'm only joking. If people's listening right now, both of you, right?
Yes.
What would you say to them to be, because you two are kind of like, you've done quite a lot together. And if some people are watching now and say, right, I want to star in a film, I want to write a book, I want to do this, what kind of advice do you give them?
I would tell them just to keep doing it. Do it and don't listen to the naysayers. If anybody has any critiques, okay, listen to the critiques. If there's haters out there that say hateful things, just take their hateful words and feed off it and get stronger. Oh, there's Sinara. Oi, Sinara. Muito obrigado por assistir. Estou tentando falar mais português. Desculpe pelo meu sotaque engraçado. Alguém disse que eu falo como Papa Francisco.
Jake, how does he do it?
I'm telling you, I love that man's brain. This man, he picks up on all kinds of stuff.
If I wasn't a comic book, my brain would look like a blender. It's the brain.
I can speak Portuguese,
How do I speak?
No, I can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah.
Okay. You forgot to say O at the end. Always put an O at the end.
Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, I tell you what, these Portuguese people, I love them. I love every one of them. But so when are you two going to actually meet up again and get your ideas in gear?
I'm hoping for summer 2022.
Summer 20. We usually meet in the summer because the winters here, it's hard for me to travel. It's hard enough for me to get to work, but traveling, you get canceled flights. If you try to take the bus out, the bus gets
they get snowed in a lot.
Snowed in or on the side of a road somewhere. So we usually wait for work. Yeah, I walk to work. I fight crack bums going to work. I get attacked going to work in the city of Chicago, But I got to do it, I got to do it.
That's why I call him Nino, Chicago Muscle.
That's me. I'm the Chi-Town Muscle.
Yep.
Did you say you get attacked on the way to work?
Yeah,
I did. I got attacked on the way to work. I had to fight a crack bum in the street for about 15 minutes at 4:00 in the morning. But
What was he trying to do?
well, he was high on drugs, and I guess he was trying to either
Mug you for
uh,
money.
rob me or just kill me, or I don't know what. But I had to defend myself, and I've got the pictures to prove it. I fought this crazy
Oh
guy, and
yeah.
the guy was younger than me too, about maybe I don't know 5 or 6 years younger than me. He was a lot quicker. He was. I mean, I was punching him as hard as I could to get him off me, but he felt nothing because he was so high on drugs, you know. Uh, Finally, the police came and they arrested him, and that kind of stuff. I get attacked, and Jake's house flies away, you know. And
What
that's
do you
how
think
we.
has happened to you two, eh? His house flies away. You think he's in the Wizard of Oz.
I don't know. I don't know
You
what to
get
say.
attacked.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you, Steve. You know, Jake told me a story once when he was riding bikes and he got hit in the face with a steel pipe.
Yeah, I did.
What was
Is
that
it-
about?
Living in the city. When you live in the city, crazy things happen.
It doesn't happen here in the UK unless you go to a certain area.
What do they call that? Happens a lot in football games, doesn't it? The hooligans don't they start
Yeah.
Hooligans, yeah.
trouble at the games?
Yeah. I
Well,
used to be. I used
a
to be.
hooligan.
I'll tell you what happened to me once. I used to be a steward at one of the games in Plymouth where I used to live.
What is a steward? Because we're
Right.
not too
Okay.
crazy about
So it's
football
like a
here.
guard. Say it's like a guard, right?
Okay.
Right. So security guard. So
Yes.
so anyway, so I was working in the area for the players' tunnel where all the players come out. So I had just one person come up to me and say, "You are shite, you are shite, you are shite, you are shite," and he just kept on doing it all the time. The next minute, he chucked something at me like a bottle lid or something,
Ooh.
Oh, really?
right? So I thought, and by law, I can actually get him, kind of like arrest him and chuck him out off the ground if I wanted to, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'll have you. I'll get you back in a minute when I can, right? So anyway, he kept on doing it, and then half time, when the players came off, I had to go down the tunnel with them just to see if they were all right. And this guy, he came behind me, right? And he chucked a bottle at me, a plastic bottle. So I got over the. Yeah, can you imagine it? He chucked the. This is a true story. Listen.
It
Chucked this
hit
plastic
your head?
bottle at my head, right? He charged it. I ducked and it hit the referee on the head, right?
Oh.
Right? Then, next minute, I'm the one who thought, right, okay, I can chuck him out now. I've got an excuse. So on the way I chucked him out, I just punched him.
Oh, wow.
Got my
Go
back on
Steve.
him.
That was your hidden move.
It was. Yeah, it was.
Well, he chucked a bottle at your head. He's lucky he only got punched.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would have done more than that, but there you go. But,
Yeah, well, that's like I was saying. You know, the wrong guy came to town in Florida, and he ran into Jake. Jake told me about it, and then this guy I never even met attacked me online. So we had to take care of it. You know, the city way. We have a city code. City guys. You can live in New York and I live in Detroit or whatever, but if you're city guys, you know each other. We have a city code. It's unspoken, but we know we stick together. Uh, if one guy gets out of line, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's like a mobster type thing, but when you bully the wrong person, you're bullying everybody, and then you finally run into the wrong person.
I got Mark here, and Mark saying to me, "Hi guys,
Hi, Mark.
why don't you two be in a Western film? Can you imagine it? You'd be charging
Western.
people out of town."
Well, if it was a Western film, we'd probably, since we're city guys, I think it would be more believable if we were city guys and you named the film, instead of being a Western, we'd name it probably West Side. West Side, you know, me and Jake. That'll be it'll come out 3D, West Side, right?
West Side. And it'd be like a vigilante movie where we're just going around blowing people up.
Why not? You don't know the power of the West Side, right?
That's right. You don't know.
So Anyway, so so when are you back on Facebook again? Kind of like doing your singing bit.
Oh, you know what? I was contacted by some Spanish groups. Some what's her name? Her name I know her first name. Her name is Marisol. She lives in Chile, and she contacted me from these different singing groups. So I've been practicing some. I know how to sing in Spanish too, so I've been practicing some Spanish songs. Oh, okay. She says she understands my Portuguese perfectly. Estou tentando falar mais e mais português. Estou praticando para falar como você. You see, it starts to get in my head. But I can even sing something for you a cappella right now, Steve, if you want, if you can't wait.
Let's hear you sing.
Okay, I don't have a microphone around here. Here, I'll use this back scratcher as a microphone. Wise men say. Hey, I have the shirt too, right? Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. All right.
Woo!
All right. Here's your imaginary scarves, right?
Thank you for my scarf. I
Oh,
gotta wipe
Sinara.
myself off.
There you go. Sinara, falar português não é fácil. I just let her know that speaking Portuguese isn't easy. I'm trying. Estou tentando.
Yeah, but you'd be buggered if a Russian person come on, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know.
He would practice. Trust me.
I would practice.
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he? He would
practice.
I would practice. I mean, something I told. I'm not going to say who because they're probably watching, but a comic book person wanted to make a book about their nationality, and that's fine. But they wanted just to do only that, and you limit yourself to one market when you do that. I like to be hola Cesar, that's Cesar Defensor. He's a very good singer. Muito obrigado, Cesar, amigo, por asistir. He always sings. I speak very well. Oh, muito obrigado, amigo. Gran abraço para você, Brasil, Cesar. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. I was telling the guy, don't limit yourself to one market. There's a whole world out there. It's fine if you want to have some kind of national pride in your nationality, but you never see Spider-Man doing a preachy comic book or crying about the injustices of his nationality or whatever.
Do that.
Get it to everybody. It's fine if you want to do that one magazine where you're proud about your heritage or whatever. Okay, that's fine. But don't you limit your audience. You limit everything. You limit your sales. People are not going to know everything. Abrazo, amigo. That's Cesar Defensor. I don't know if you ever watched him, but he's a very good singer. He sings just like Elvis. Sometimes people think that he's just lip syncing, but he really does sing really good. He's also from Brazil.
He's all right.
Yes.
You'll have to have him on your show, Steve. Cesar, he speaks English, so you can have him on your show too.
Yes, yeah, he's more than welcome. We are booked up now until till November now, so getting quick. But I think we've got Jake on again soon, so.
Why don't you give Jake the boot for that one segment? Chuck a bottle at Jake's head.
No, we can't do that to Jake. We all love Jake on here, so sorry.
If you were to chuck a bottle at Jake's head, you have to throw it to the moon.
We can give you a boot on the next one.
Right, put us on together. Have me as the guest. What was that show? Remember that show? I don't know if they showed it in the UK. They would say, "Do you remember this voice?" And then it would say, "This is your life," and the school teacher would come out or your neighbor.
Yeah. Dun, dun,
that's what you just did to me today with this guy over here. We've got a surprise for you.
It was well planned, wasn't it, Jake? He didn't even know, did he?
I didn't know.
You never know, see.
Steve reached out to me and said, "Will you come on?" and don't tell Nino. Oh, I won't tell Nino. I just kept quiet and it just came on.
There you go. I even told him I was going to be on today. Look at that. I had no idea.
See,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. Got
Fun
some
times.
messages here for you. There you go.
All messages, okay. Muito obrigado, senhora amiga. Muito obrigado. She said kisses for me. Brazil loves me. Yo amo Brasil. I had it. What did I say? I had it around here somewhere. There you go. Yo te amo, Brasil. Yo te amo. Gran abraço para você.
Right. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so the last thing I want to ask you is this: that when are you guys going to pop over to the UK?
Oh well, I don't
Somebody
know.
invite me and somebody pay my bill and I'll come. I'll be there. I'll dance on your hat. I'll do anything you want me to. I'm
Yeah,
a celebrity.
Yeah, he is. I know a lot about the UK. I watched Benny Hill growing up, and I watched Fools and Horses, Keeping Up Appearances, and the Thames River. Heard a
I
lot of
watch a lot of
Beatles.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
Who?
Doctor Who, and what's that? Stonehenge. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stonehenge.
I've been there. Been there.
been there. You should have pushed the rock.
Domino.
Domino. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never saw how much it cost to get to the UK, but I
I
would
never
go.
looked.
I
I
would
would
go
love to
if
go. I would love
I
to
would,
go.
I would, I would love to go. I even wouldn't mind singing in some pubs or whatever. I'll take a big bucket and put the tips sticker on it. And do they
You never
really? Do
know
you?
what would happen.
What would happen?
Not on the shows that I do. I've made some people's dreams come true so far.
Oh, really?
Yes,
You made
I
their
have.
dreams
Yeah,
come
I
true.
have. Yeah, I've got somebody. A music contract.
Oh, wow. Well, what are you waiting for, Steve?
A young girl got a music contract with what was his name? For
Heard that,
Marmalade.
Jake? Heard that? He got her a contract with what's his name?
Adam Whitehead. Adam Whitehead.
Okay.
Remember, look up Marmalade.
Marmalade. The song or the performer?
The group.
The group?
Yeah, they were
Oh, the
like
group.
1960s, 1970s band, but he's like an agent now.
Well, Steve, if you can get me that kind of contract, I'll make you my manager, my music manager. And then Jake can make a movie about us.
Well, no, I think Jake.
There you go. That's the band, right?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Well, the drummer, I interview him quite a lot, Adam Whitehead,
Okay.
and I know him very well.
Hey, Jake, why don't you make a Marmalade documentary?
We can. I would love to. I'm down for a lot of stuff. I'm currently I got like 6 projects in different development stages. I've been filming this and that. I'm doing the Too Talls thing. The hit
Too
and
Talls.
run.
Too Talls. I love Too Talls. Too Talls.
Yeah. I'll ask him when he comes on again. I'll ask him.
There you go. It's all
right?
it's
I will
all
definitely
networking.
ask him.
That's right.
Networking.
You never know.
You know what I want to know, Steve? Steve, I want to know is it true that the pubs in the UK they actually have fish and chips? Is that a thing, or is that only on television?
Yes, they do have fish and chips. In the UK, you can go into a pub and have something to eat. You can even get a breakfast in the pub, and you can get fish and chips in the pub. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go, man, for this fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Jake and Nino, the fish and chips tour.
That's right.
And there's a place
with marmalade.
There's a place where I live, and the fish actually comes from the sea the same day and put to the fire.
Oh, that's fresh.
It's done. Yeah.
So they don't even have to salt it, right? It's already salty.
Salt from the sea.
It got the fish did get salted the other day, and it got battered.
Oh, battered, beer battered, or just regular battered?
No, it got beaten up. It got battered.
Oh, it got battered. Oh, I forgot. I forgot about your jokes, Steve.
I know, I
Steve is
know,
such a character, you know.
I
Steve,
know.
why did the bike lean against the wall?
Don't know.
Because it was too tired.
Too tired.
That's a bit of my American humor.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
You can use it, you know.
I will use it next time when I get this British Got Talent guy on. Do you ever
Oh, there
watch
you go.
that?
No, that's. I think they only show that in Britain, but they have the American version. America's Got Talent. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Okay, I've got to finish because I'm gonna go to bed. But thank you guys for coming on. Jake,
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming on, mate, and nice to see you
You're the
again.
best, Steve.
Nino, you look after yourself.
Thank you. I'd like to say real fast, disculpe, pero mi sotaque engrasado. Alguien dice que yo falo como Papa Francisco. Ciao, Brasil.
Ciao, Brazil.
Acaba yeah, Iba.
Bienvenidos todo el mundo. De pronto.
Mumbo.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you
Ciao.
later. Bye.